All right, we are ready to go. Kickoff is away. It'll be punched in the air and squibbed to the near side and will go out of bounds. It's deja vu all over again. Yesterday morning, huh? We'll kick off out of bounds. Let's see what Kenton does. I think they're just going to go ahead and take the football.
They won that toss. They just wanted the ball. Just, get out of our way. Let us have the ball here on the 35-yard line and start our offensive series.
And they will take over at the 35-yard line, and we will see Maddie Mock, 68% completion rate, 335 completions, 516 attempts, 63 touchdowns, and 13 interceptions. When you throw it 516 times and only 13 times to the other guys, that's pretty good. All right, 5 wide, 3 left, and they will send one in motion. That's going to be Rollins going to the far side to make it 4 to the left on first down, and they'll throw it out to the side. That's going to be Sawmiller with the catch, and he'll weave his way to the 40-yard line. Ball came out, and they're saying he's down. So it's going to be a 5-yard pickup for Justin Sawmiller. 129 catches for Sawmiller for 1,700 yards and 19 touchdowns on the season, and right back to the line they go.
And there you saw Norwayne with only one down lineman on that first play, standing up, just trying to make it difficult for the offensive line.
And this is Wolowitz catching a little swing pass and hit immediately in the backfield. And it's going to be 3rd down. Well, that's a great hit by Lombardo, or I beg your pardon, by Brady Berger coming up.
Yeah, Brady Berger saying, I'm going to try and set the tone right here. Big hit. Give him a 3rd and long to start.
3rd and 9, they'll run a quarterback run, and Matty Mock's going to get close and have the first down as he dives forward to the 46-yard line. Boy, they get right back to the line, Justin, and run a quarterback design run and pick up a necessary yardage for a first down.
I'll tell you what, the way this first offensive drive has started, I hope Norwayne ran a couple extra sprints this week. They're going to be on that field just getting lined right back up and going all day long.
Mock will roll left in his face, then throws downfield and incomplete. Matt Barr was the intended receiver, and it'll be 2nd down and 10.
I think that's one thing Norwayne's defense can do. Right there, Tyler Zimmerly getting in there, getting a hit on Matty Mock. That's one thing. As the game goes on, those hits, the more you hit him, the more you touch him, and the more you can affect him. And I think that's something that they're going to try and do today.
2nd down and 10 from the 46. They run a wide receiver screen. Kieran Fetter the catch. Weaves his way to the 50 to the Norwayne 48-yard line. And that's going to be a gain of 5, so it'll be 3rd down and 5 yards to go.
They're just hurry up. This is just wild. You just got to stay on top of things here. A lot of wide receiver screens right back to the line of scrimmage. Let's do it again.
3rd down, they need the 43, another quarterback run, and Mock will be pounded to the ground right at the 45-yard line. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Lawrence Wolf made the tackle, and the Wildcats will go for it on 4th down and 2.
And Lawrence Wolf giving a big hit right there. Again, when he's running that ball, and he's a running back, you go put the wood on him.
Mock a hard count once, twice. Now we'll look to the sideline, and Coach Mike Mock's going to call a timeout. Didn't get him to jump. We're a minute and 51 in, and a lot of emotions already as the Wildcats call timeout on what will be 4th down and 2.
It's an exciting opening drive here. You just got, you can't take your eyes off the field. You just don't know what's going to happen next.
All right, we'll pause here. Immediate timeout. 10:09 to play. First half. Kenton, first quarter. Kenton nothing. Norwayne nothing on the OHSAA Radio Network. Brought to you by Chocolate Milk.
There's nothing like a crowd screaming and the band playing, an entire community showing its support. Hi, I'm Chris Spielman. I had a lot of thrills playing football in college and in the pros, but there was just as much excitement playing in high school. Sometimes there are heroes and sometimes there's heartache, but high school football creates memories that will last a lifetime. So please show your support for high school sports, where the lessons learned help build the leaders of tomorrow.
This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association.
This is Archie Griffin, and you're listening to the OHSAA Radio Network.
10:09 to play first quarter. No score opening possession, and Kenton has used its first timeout. They're looking at 4th down and 2. Matty Mock is their punter, and there are times when they run out of this, they'll just line up and then Matty will punt it, almost like it's a quick kick type situation or a little pooch punt. So we might see that here as they come out for 4th down and 2. Talk about the tempo and really what that does to a defense. We can't get a word in edgewise in between plays. They're going to try and run guys in and off the field to match that tempo, but it's so hard to do.
It's so hard to do, and that's why the offense does that. It keeps keeps the defense on their toes, not being able to bring anybody in. They're not able to stay fresh that way. Really is made to wear that defense down. And we'll see what happens here, but the offense has been doing that all year long, and that's why they put up a lot of points.
Tighter formation, jumbo package, and Mock will run right up in behind it and down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down for Kenton. We talked about that. When they want to go for something on, short yardage situation, they just bring all 10 guys to the line of scrimmage, snap it to Mock, and let him run.
And he's done a good job. He's, 1,000-yard rusher as a quarterback, doing a good job of finding those little holes. He knew he only had 2 yards to pick up, so he goes and puts his head down and gets the 2 yards.
And Mock will run again, 40, 35, and hit again down to the 32-yard line. So Matty Mock instrumental with his legs here early on. A couple of weeks ago in their come-from-behind win over Hartley, he ran for 163 when he was held under 100 yards passing. And so early on here, doing a lot of running, picked up 7. It'll be second down and 3. And Mock takes it, 3 receivers left, throwing that way. Miscommunication as Sawmiller went shooting down the sideline, and an incomplete pass will make it third down and 3.
That's really one of the first times we've seen him go downfield out of the pocket. A lot of these wide receiver screens at the line of scrimmage, him running the ball. I'm interested to see if they do start throwing some different things, digs, and post downfield a little bit today.
2 to the left, 3 to the right on third down and 3. Clint Brunau, the center, as now Mock looks to the sideline. They change things up a bit. Wide receiver Sawmiller on the left comes a little tighter now into the hash mark. They'll just throw it out to the left. It's behind. Barr makes the catch and loses yardage. Back to the 35 and a great open field tackle. I think it was Dustin Grier who made the tackle, and it's going to be fourth down and about 6.
There's a little confusion from the defense on that play before the snap. Guys running back and forth across the field. They finally get set, and it was perfect. They knew, it was almost like they knew that play was coming. The cornerback goes up and takes the blocker. Safety comes right over top and is able to make the stop behind at the line of scrimmage.
And it was John Mabick, safety, who made that tackle. So it'll be fourth down and 6, and they'll go for it from the 34-yard line. It's actually 4th and 5. They need to get to the 29. Mock out of the shotgun. Takes it. Time. Scrambles. Bounces off his own man. They've got him from behind, and Tyler Zimmerly will bring him down on a sack back at the 42-yard line, and the Wildcats will turn it over on downs.
And as a defense going against this kind of offense, knowing the quarterback is going to scramble, try and keep things alive, maybe take the ball and run it with it. Defensive line linebackers who are in there pressuring just got to keep going. They just got to keep that motor running. Right there you saw it. Tyler Zimmerly doing a great job. Didn't get him at first, but turned around. He happened to be right there. Does a great job of bringing him down. Huge turnover, man. That's a big stop right there for the Norwayne defense on the opening drive.
Change of possession. Here come the Bobcats right to left on first down and 10. And it'll be the quarterback Wallace keeping up into the hole. Bangs his way near the 49-yard line. Quarterback Adam Wallace, 902 yards rushing coming in, 2,600 yards passing coming in, and he's accounted for 54 touchdowns on the season.
Not too shabby either. I mean, we got a couple guys. He held that ball in there. Quarterback Reed on the run. He held that ball in the running back's stomach as long as he could, and finally pulled it, saw what he wanted to, got it up the middle for a nice 8-yard gain.
Tyler Zimmerly in the backfield, senior, 775 yards rushing. They'll play fake to him. Wallace will look to throw for the first time. Zips one out there. It's caught at the 35-yard line, and down on the catch is Richie Smith at the 32-yard line, gain of 17 and a first down.
Receiver's doing a nice job of having a nice layered route. He had about 3 different receivers, each about 5 to 7 yards apart there. Does a good job of fighting off any tacklers and finding the open guy. Adam Wallace doing a good job delivering the ball. Huge first down.
Wallace completing 62% of his passes on the season. That was a pretty ball rolling against his body there, and makes a good throw. And on first down, it's Zimmerly on the carry to the 30 down to the 27-yard line. Tyler Zimmerly, 7 yards per carry and 12 touchdowns on the season. He and his brother John Zimmerly, who was a junior, a year younger, he's a 1,000-yard back and 15 touchdowns. So they've got a nice little 1-2 punch in the backfield to go along with Wallace, who has almost 1,000 yards rushing himself.
A little more balance on this side, on this offense here. You see the quarterback, has a lot of yards, has some good running yards as well, but 2,000-yard backs. I mean, in all reality, you almost have about 3 guys close to 1,000 yards rushing the ball. So that's going to help, and that's also going to help eat up some clock, keep that Kenton offense off the field.
Umpire's going to step in and stop things momentarily. Our head referee is Frederick Mammarella from Dover. Bruce Varner from Heath is the umpire. Brandon Smith from Lebanon is the linesman. The line judge is Jeff Bauer from Columbus, and Ben Strebe, the back judge from Mount Vernon, Ohio. 2nd down and 6 coming up for the Norwayne Bobcats. On offense, 6:54 to play opening period. First possession for Norwayne on the move, and it'll be Wallace direct run straight up the middle, and he'll make his way over the 25 down around the 23-yard line. Alex Laney in there on the tackle along with Isaac Jeffers. They'll pick up about 3, so it'll be 3rd down and 3.
A nice quarterback run all the way. Had a lead blocker with Tyler Zimmerly. He was trying to pick up, trying to catch the defense off guard. They're going to go right up the middle. Nice little 3-yard gain. Puts them in a good 3rd down situation.
This is a team that also will not huddle. They look to the near sideline, and we've got players holding up flashcards over here on the sideline, and Wallace will just keep it straight up the middle. 1st down as he's down to the 18-yard line. Brennan Rolander, linebacker, makes the tackle, but not before Evan Wallace, who's kind of the size of a big tailback or a fullback out there, just lowered the boom and picked up the necessary yardage for the 1st down.
Yeah, they see they have 3 yards to go, and they got 3 on the previous play. They basically go right back to the same. Give him a lead blocker and tell him to go get it. He bounces it outside, does a nice job reading the defense, able to pick up that first.
So 1st down at the 18-yard line for Norwayne. 5:52 to play 1st quarter. Wallace out of a pistol. Will keep coming to the left side. 15 and a good open field tackle at the 13-yard line by Caleb Halsey. That'll be a gain of 5 on 1st down for Adam Wallace.
And Caleb Halsey was the only defender on the short side of the field. He had to come up and make a big open field tackle against a bigger quarterback. You just said, he kind of has that feel like he could be a fullback, and he plays linebacker. So Caleb Halsey doing a great job of staying put, reading his keys, and making an open field tackle.
2nd down and 5 from the 13-yard line. 5:15 counting here 1st quarter. Out of the pistol, Wallace will just keep it himself, moving left to the 10, down to the 9-yard line. Did you see the block by Tyler Zimmerly? Actually, John Zimmerly in there that time. He just lowered his head. It was Darian Heath-like last night from Trotwood.
That's for sure. And these guys just line up in the backfield. They know exactly who they have to go hit. And it's almost like, hey, we're just giving you a 5-yard head start. And they get going downhill. They take care of business.
3rd down at about 2 from the 10. John Zimmerly will remain in the backfield. They will have receivers Harris and Maybeck over here to the near side. Smith and Berger are to the right. 3rd down from the 10. They need 2 yards. Wallace again straight up into the hole. Pyle moves to the 7. He'll spin his way to the 6. Inside the 5 is where they'll spot the football. 1st and goal coming up for Norwayne.
You got that big quarterback. Sometimes you just got to use him. Tim Tebow back at Florida. You have a big guy, send him right up the middle. You need 2 yards, and he gives you what? That's 4 or 5-yard gain. Never stopping. Thought maybe he was going to get spotted inside the 5, but they already called him dead.
So 1st and goal right at the 5-yard line. They will huddle now as they still look to the near side. A couple of backup quarterbacks down here are holding up cards with numbers on them. And they finally get the play in, but there's only 2 seconds, 1 second. They're begging for a timeout, and they will get it as the ball was just snapped. So they got a timeout here with 4:03 to play in the 1st quarter. They didn't want to have a 5-yard penalty on 1st down and goal. Today's Division IV state championship game is brought to you by Chocolate Milk. Refuel with chocolate milk. Farmers Insurance, because ready feels good. East Bay, the athletic sports source. Sports Time, Ohio. Fans for life. Marathon Oil, fueling the American spirit. Time Warner Cable, the power of you. And by Taco Bell, think outside the bun. Opening possession by Kenton resulted in them turning it over on downs near the 40-yard line. And Norwayne has eaten up some clock here on this possession as they have just kind of methodically moved it down the field here. 8 plays, 54 yards. And they've taken up over 4 minutes. Wallace will bobble the shotgun snap, picks it up, making something happen, got to the end zone and scored. Could have been a 5-yard loss. Adam Wallace turns it into the first points of the game.
What an individual effort by Adam Wallace right there. A lot of times when a bad snap occurs in the shotgun, best thing a quarterback can do is fall on it, make sure nothing else happens. realizes he has some time, he can pick it up and makes, 3 defenders miss. Just keeps running hard, keeps those legs turning, gets into the end zone. It's a great play.
And Gerber will try the point after. Good snap, placement is down, and the kick is up and good. Timeout on the field. 3 minutes and 57 seconds to play first quarter. We're just getting underway, I have a feeling. Norwayne 7 and Kenton nothing here on the OHSAA Radio Network, brought to you by Chocolate Milk.
This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life.
You're listening to the State Football Championships on the Ohio High School Athletic Association Radio Network.
Fans, if you are going to tonight's Division I state championship game, or if you're still maybe in the parking lot for some reason, tuning in on a phone, or I don't know how you're listening to the game, you can do it a zillion ways now. If you want to listen to the OHSAA Radio Network on the go, you can log on to rocketm.com for details on an app that you can take to the game with you. I'll tell you, the guys at Rocket Media Radio doing a fantastic job trying to keep us in line here in the booth, as we are in the Ice Shack on top of Paul Brown Tiger Stadium, which is by far and away the best view of these state championship games here in Massillon. And it is 7-0 in favor of Norwayne as they score on their opening possession. 9 plays, 59 yards, 4 minutes and 41 seconds. Now this is, we coming in have a feel that it could be high scoring. So it's like a basketball game. It's going to be a game of runs, you have a feeling, and you don't want to get down 2 scores in a game such as this, because if it's 14-0, 14-7, 21-14, you always feel like you're 2 scores down. And so it'll be interesting to see if Kenton can come right out here and answer now what Norwayne has just accomplished.
That was a huge drive from Norwayne, getting the stop, eating up some clock, using the run game, pass game together very well. You know, to get that 7 on the board, to be the first one to do it is big in a championship game.
Kieran Fetter will take the kickoff, and he'll be tripped up and stumble backwards across the 30 out near the 32-yard line. And that is where the Kenton offense will come out onto the field for the second time. They did drive the ball, but I won't say strangely, but Matty Mock, 5 carries, 6 passes on that opening possession. We think of them as being just strictly pass happy, but they do run the ball. Now, is that a lot of running early to just kind of to set things up or pull in the defense a little bit?
I mean, that may be the case, but, you know, it may have just been something they saw coming into this game that, hey, we can run the ball with him, and, you know, he does it well.
Mock throws downfield, had a man wide open, Kieran Fetter, and he overshot him at midfield, and it'll be 2nd down and 10.
But another thing about the quarterback run in this kind of offense is, you know, the secondary and defense is so worried about the 4 or 5 wide receivers that, you know, they kind of sometimes will lose focus on the quarterback, and that's when you can pop one for a big run.
2nd down from the 32-yard line. Kenton in all white going left to right, and Mock will take the shotgun snap. He's being pressured. He'll roll and get hit and be dropped back at the 25-yard line. There were a host of Bobcats over there to make the stop. Lawrence Wolf, who had a hit earlier, was one of the ones that applied one there.
John Zimmerly, another one in there getting pressure. And like I said earlier, when you get pressure like that, you're in the backfield. You know he's going to move around and try and keep the play alive. You just got to keep your head on a swivel and find out where he's going. Defense doing a good job of getting pressure and taking him to the ground.
3rd down and 17. Ball back at the 24-yard line. Again, Mock pressured and can't get out of it as he's dropped down back at the 15-yard line. Zimmerly again on the bottom of the pile, along with Austin Wilson. And right now it is Norwayne just bringing the house at Matty Mock.
Austin Wilson, both of the Zimmerly brothers just out there getting pressure. This offensive line, I know early in the game, that first drive, they were throwing a lot of wide receiver screens, getting the ball out quick. They may have to go back to that if this offensive line isn't going to be able to give him any more time to look downfield and throw the ball.
So Mock will have to punt inside his own 5 on 4th and 25. Takes the snap, and they almost got it. They may have gotten a piece of it. They did not. It will bounce at the 35 and will roll dead at the 38-yard line. The snap was a little low, and Mock was very fortunate to get rid of that football.
In that situation, you're still not 100% sure they're going to punt the ball. So they have, 3 or 4 linebackers sitting back looking for something else that's going to happen. Almost got to it with just the initial rush, but good job by Norwayne special teams to just get away from it. Knew it was a short ball to get away so nothing crazy happens, and we'll take it at the 37-yard line.
So it'll be first down and 10 for Adam Wallace. And the Bobcats on offense going right to left. And it'll be Zimmerly coming to the near side to the 35 and drugged down from behind at the 30-yard line. Tackle made by Sean Kelly, but not before they pick up 9 yards.
And Norwayne sticking right to the script, going with the little runs. The quarterback reads out of the backfield, out of the shotgun position. And, John Zimmerly doing a great job stretching that all the way out. It looked like he wanted to turn it up into the crowd. Relied on his speed, got it to the outside. Nice 8-9 yard gain for a first down play.
From the 29 of Kenton, and John Zimmerly will take the handoff up into the hole, 25 down to the 23-yard line. That's going to be first down yardage on the play. Seth Welsh in there on the tackle for the Wildcats.
And if this offense is going to be able to do this kind of thing and run the ball and pick up first downs that way, they're going to eat up that clock. They know that they want to keep that other offense off the field, so look for that to be something that they go until Kenton stops them.
First down and 10 from the 23-yard line. Right now the run game just about automatic. Wallace will go to the air. Fake pumps left. Now we'll dump one off, and that's going to be caught at the 9-yard line by Richie Smith. Makes a move and scores. Touchdown, Norwayne. Adam Wallace just hung in there in the pocket, let Smith come across and hit him in stride.
I'm not sure exactly what that play was supposed to be. It looked like he wanted to throw the quick fade. It was covered. Then it looked like he was going to run the ball, and then he finds Richie Smith coming across the middle and just makes a great little move right at the end of his run to put the ball in the end zone and go up 13-0 here at the end of the first.
And Berger's point after is up, and it is good. Timeout on the field with 1:22 to play. First quarter, Division IV title game as Norwayne on top of Kenton, 14-0 here on the OHSAA Radio Network. Brought to you by Chocolate Milk.
I'm Professor Burke from the University of Farmers, where we whittle agents' intellects into pointy, sharp utensils. And this is a pop quiz. What is the best way to save on insurance if you own a car and a house? Should you A, sit down with a farmer's agent to combine your policies into a delightful savings sandwich, or B, keep separate policies? The answer? A, talk to us and pass the mayo.
We are insurance.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Call a farmer's agent to see how you can save on auto and home insurance. Find your local agent at farmers.com.
This is Bill Hoskett, and you're listening to the OHSAA Radio Network.
East Bay, a proud sponsor of the 2011 OHSAA Championships, the leading world supplier of athletic footwear, apparel, and sports equipment. They congratulate all state qualifying teams and athletes and welcome you to this year's championship games. To find exclusive deals on the largest selection of athletic apparel and equipment for the leading brands, visit eastbay.com/OHSAA. East Bay, the athletic sports source. And the kickoff is away by Gerber, and it's going to bounce again at the 20. It's going to roll and trickle out of bounds right in front of Wolowitz just before Norwayne could get there. And for the second time in 3 kickoffs, it goes out of bounds, and the ball will come out to the 35-yard line.
I'm not sure I understand the effectiveness of kicking the ball to the sideline, unless maybe the kickoff special teams has not been a strong point for Norwayne this year. Giving Kenton's offense the ball at the 35 twice out of the first 3 possessions, it's not something that you necessarily want to do.
3 plays, 38 yards in 1 minute and 2 seconds, and a 23-yard touchdown pass from Wallace to Smith. And it's 14-0 Norwayne on top. First down and 10. Kenton throw out to the left side and way over the head of Justin Sawmiller. And incomplete. It'll bring up second down. And right now, Matty Mock well off target on his passing.
I'm telling you, you start to get hit a little bit as a quarterback. You start to kind of rush things. You're not necessarily feeling as comfortable in that pocket as you usually would. This pressure that Norwayne has gotten on him early in this first quarter, and some of those sacks and some of those hits on those quarterback runs may be affecting him throwing the ball right now.
4 out of 9, make it 4 out of 8 to start today's game. They run a man in motion to the far side, and this making it 4 receivers to the left. Fake one that way, come back the other, ball deep downfield. That is a catch, and this is going to be a score to Bryce Fackler. He, although, is going to be drugged down from behind. No, he's in, touchdown. Fackler, who just checked into the lineup, makes the catch down the left sideline for a score.
And right as I say, he may be affected by those hits. They run a fake wide receiver screen. We see it all the time. It's easy to set up. The guy that's normally blocking goes deep, fakes the block and goes deep. And Matty Mock does a great job of finding him, throws a great ball, and Fackler takes it all the way to the end zone.
They again go for 2. They line up muddle huddle. They have 2 receivers, Saul Miller and Kieran Fetter to the right, a back to the right of Mock, the center. The line is all to the left. Mock will roll right, now come back to his left to try and run. He's going to get to the 5 and going to be driven out of bounds by Berger, and the 2-point conversion run will fail. Timeout on the field. 1:09 to play now here in the first quarter. Norwayne 14 and Kenton 6 on the OHSAA Radio Network, brought to you by Chocolate Milk.
It takes 12 years to create a graduate. It takes about the same time to create a dropout. And at the end of the day, the difference between a child becoming one or the other could be you. So United Way is asking you to make a pledge. Tutor a child who needs help. Mentor a kid who needs someone on their side. Volunteer to read to children. Because when a child advances, we all advance. Be a reader, tutor or mentor, give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Take the pledge now at liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
You're listening to the State Football Championships on the Ohio High School Athletic Association Radio Network.
Sports Time Ohio is your television home for the OHSAA Championships. Visit STOHD.com for a complete programming schedule. Sports Time Ohio, fans for life. 2 plays, 65 yards. 65-yard touchdown pass to Bryce Fackler from Matty Mock. 2-point conversion run fails, and it's now 14-6. Norwayne on top, and that's about as long as it takes.
Exactly.
Now, watch the kickoffs. Sometimes they'll run 2 guys at it. They're going to go onside kick. Ball is in the air. It bounces and recovered by Kenton. Talked about this. They will line up and go for onside kicks on about every other kickoff. Norwayne didn't look ready for it. It was a perfectly executed onside kick by Saul Miller. It was recovered easily by Caleb Halsey. And back on offense go the Wildcats of Kenton.
Tell you, that's that thing with the onside kick. You just never know how it's going to bounce. You don't know where the ball is going to go.
We talked about this last night. Yep. They don't care. They want the football back. 4 receivers to the wide side, Saul Miller to the left. First down for the Wildcats of Kenton. And Mock, who threw a 65-yard touchdown pass on his last strike, will take it. Throw it out here to the near side. Fetter's got it to the 45 and down to the 43. That'll be a gain of only 3 for Kieran Fetter, a senior wide receiver, one of just 2 of the main 5 that they run out there at the wide receiver position. Down to 50 seconds to go, first quarter.
These receivers do a great job catching the ball, but they also do a great job blocking. A lot of these screens need the other 3 guys to be blocking, and they do a good job at that.
Wolowitz on a little swing pass has got the catch and down at the 41-yard line. Coming up, Caleb Harris will make the tackle. That'll be, I said 45, I meant 40. That's a gain of 2, and it'll bring up third down and about 4 now.
Again, Wolowitz doing a good job getting out there, getting the ball quick. He's running towards the sideline. Caleb Harris, great job of coming up, making an open field tackle, bringing him to a third down.
Need the 36 for a first down. Mock takes the snap, quarterback run. He's going to be hit and tackled for a loss in the backfield. Zimmerly again. This time it's Tyler back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of 3, and fourth down is coming up, and it's the end of the first quarter. Norwayne, looking for its first ever state championship, have a 14-6 lead over Kenton at the end of 1 quarter of play. We'll pause for these messages from your local station. Back to Tiger Stadium after this. You're listening to the OHSAA Radio Network, brought to you by Chocolate Milk.
The Ohio High School Athletic Association is committed to developing well-rounded student athletes.
To support our continued education, the OHSAA and its foundation award more than 50 scholarships annually, totaling over $50,000 to graduating student athletes.
In addition, the OHSAA Foundation hosts leadership conferences around the state. where student athletes participate in sessions on group dynamics, role modeling, positive sporting conduct, and much more.
So don't sit on the sideline. Get involved.
My name is Manny Morales. I'm 45 and I coach youth football. It's still hard to believe because the high school me
was a work in progress, but Big Brothers Big Sisters give me a real role model, and the young me
needed a role model bad. My big brother's name is Ray, and Ray is the reason that this 7-year-old grows up to be a role model himself.
Whether you donate money or time, you're helping Big Brothers Big Sisters help a child. Start something today at BigBrothersBigSisters.org. Brought to you by Big Brothers Big Sisters and the Ad Council.